Happy morning, children. Once again, I welcome you all for this online class. And today we are moving into Geography Lesson 1. And the title of our lesson is Resources. So, our lesson starts with a small conversation between a daughter and her mother. So, the name of that girl is Kudali. So one day early in the morning she wake up and she asked her mother about the whereabouts of her father, and because she wanted to get her report card signed. So the mother says, see, today Kurali, your father have gone to work earlier. So in his office today there is overtime work. So he went to office early in the morning. And Kurali, when she heard this, she was surprised because and she was annoyed with her mother. She wanted her report card signed from her father. And the mother said, okay, no problem. I will sign the report card this time. She told this way. And Kurali, she wanted to know uh, informations about the overtime of her father, and she asked her mother the reasons for that. And she told, since your father is uh, working in making solar panels, uh, there were more orders for making solar panels, so he wanted to go earlier. And Kulali, she asked her mother, what is solar panels? And the mother said, solar panels are made from silicon, which is extracted from sand. It is a kind of natural resource. Rishi said, solar panels are made from silicon, which is extracted from sand, and it is a natural resource. And this solar panel, it converts the solar energy into electrical energy. So the mother answered this way. And when Kurali heard this word natural resource, uh, she asked her mother, what is natural resource? And the mother said, all things that are useful to man, we call it resource. And if these resources taken from nature, we call it natural resource. Mother answered this way. Then Kulali asked her mother, so what kind of work is father doing in the office? So the mother said, he is a manufacturer. He uses natural resources for manufacturing products. Then she asked, so if the things useful for man are resource, then manufactured things also comes under resources? She asked this question. And mother said, yes, they are called man-made resources. Anything man makes using resources, they become man-made resources. Mother answered this way. So after getting informations, She told her mother, it's getting late. I want to go to school, so I'm leaving. Okay, this is a small illustration uh, to get information about resources. Okay, so uh, let's move into our lesson. What is resource? So definition for resource. Resource is anything that fulfills human needs. When anything is of some use, it becomes valuable. All resources have value. So whatever things that are helpful in fulfilling human needs, we call them resources. Okay. So when anything is of some use, anything which is helpful in some kind of use, it becomes valuable. Okay, for example, pen. Pen is useful for writing, so it becomes valuable. See, for example, you take a empty refill, used refill. Okay, will it have any use? Can we use it for any purpose? No, its purpose is finished. Okay, we cannot write with the empty refill anymore. So it is not valuable. It becomes invaluable. So what is valuable? When anything is of some use, we call it valuable. And all resources, they have certain values. Some resources may be high value and some resources may have very low value. Okay, so resources can be classified into two ways. One is commercial resources and another one is non-commercial resources. So what are commercial resources? Commercial resources, they have great economic value. So when economic value of any resource is very high, we call it commercial resources because it yields lot of money. Okay, example, petroleum. So petroleum is a commercial resource because it has a great economic value. It has great money value. Non commercial resources, they are very abundant in availability. Okay, they are available in mm, plenty. They are available plenty. For example, air. So these non-commercial resources are, they don't have high economic value. Okay, can you sell air for money? No, it is available everywhere. So they are called non-commercial resources. Now the resources are classified into three major divisions. Okay, one is natural resource, next one is man-made resource, and the third one is human resource. So the resources are classified into three categories: natural resource, man-made resource, and human resource. And there are three types of activities involved. Activities, okay. One is primary activity, another one is secondary activity, and the third one is tertiary activity. Okay. Now let's study about natural resources. So all resources that have been directly provided by nature are called natural resources. Example, the air, water, soil, minerals, natural vegetation, and wildlife around us are natural resources. So, what are natural resources? All resources that were directly provided by nature. They are called natural resources. Okay. Uh, so, natural resources are classified into five parts, into five divisions according to their origin, their development, renewability, distribution, and ownership. They are divided into five categories. Okay, and primary activities, we have to study about this also. So, what is primary activity? So during ancient times, okay, during ancient times, human needs were only very less. Okay, so whatever things available at hand, man used it, isn't it? Whenever he looked at food, he collected and he ate it. In the water, he saw the fish and he used the trap and he caught the fish and he ate. And also, he hunted the wild animals. So, these are primary activities. Okay, any activity which is involved directly uh, in in getting result, it is called primary activity. Okay, you need not to do anything else more with that. Okay, he catch the fish and he ate it, he collected the food and he ate it. So this type of activities are called primary activity. But later on, man, when needs became more, when the knowledge increased for man, uh, the primary activity is not sufficient, it became insufficient, so it led to other activities. So initially during ancient time, man involved in only one kind of activity, that is primary activity. Whatever whatever sources available, he used them directly. Okay, so that type of activity we call it primary activities. Okay, let's move on to the first classification of natural resource. So resources on the basis of origin. Origin means their starting point, their beginning. Okay, so biotic resources. I have already taught you, whenever you come across this word bio, it relates to life. It is a Greek word for life. Bio means life. Biotic resources means all living resources comes under this category, this group. Example, plants, animals, microorganisms. These have life. Plants have life, isn't it? Animals have life. And microorganisms, they also have life. So these resources comes under biotic resources. Then abiotic resources. Abiotic means opposite to biotic. Whenever you add a before any word, it becomes opposite meaning. Okay. So if biotic is life, abiotic is without life, non-living things. Okay. Example, land, water, air, minerals. These substances, they don't have life with them. So it comes under abiotic resources. So the next type is on the basis of development. on the basis of development. So here also we have two divisions. One is actual resources, another one is potential resources. What are the actual resources? Resources that are being used and quantity available is known. They are called actual resources. Okay, so whatever resources are now we are currently using the resources which we are using, and we have the stock and we know the availability of stock. It is called actual resource. For example, you have cylinder at your house, isn't it? You are using cylinder for cooking. So you use the cylinder for a while, for few days, and you know the availability also for 1 week we can use it. So the cylinder becomes actual resource because you are using it and you know for how many days it will come. Okay, but example, coal at Neyveli. So in Neyveli Lignite Corporation, coal is a raw material used for producing electricity. So they have coal stock and they know the availability quantity of coal they know. So it becomes actual resource. But what is potential resource? Resources that are not being used at present and its quantity and location are not known. Okay, uh, the technology to extract such resources is yet to be developed. Okay, so what are potential resource? We have the resource. Okay, we have the resource, but we are not presently using them. We are not using them, and even the quantity available also we don't know. Even location also sometimes we can't find. They are called potential. Okay, example, marine yeast found in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So we have the resource. Marine yeast is a resource, but we don't have latest technology to collect those resources. So any resource that is available but not in current use, we call them potential resources. Then the third classification of natural resources on the basis of exhaustibility. Exhaust means when we use it get finished. That is called exhaust. Okay, getting over. So they have two types: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So what are renewable resources? Resources once consumed can be renewed with the passage of time. So these type of resources, even when you use it, they can be again renewed uh, during the passage of time. Okay, when time goes on, whenever you finished using some types of resources, you can use them again also. They are called renewable resources. Example, air, water, and sunlight. These are the resources you can use it again and again. After using also, you can use them again and again. They are called renewable resources. So what are non-renewable resources? Natural resources which are limited. They become exhausted after use. They are called non-renewable. So some resources, not all resources you can use them always, isn't it? So some resources when you use them, they get exhausted, they get finished. Okay, example, I told you pen, isn't it? So when you use the refill pen, you can use it only till the ink finishes. So when the ink gets over, we call it exhausted. So it becomes non-renewable resource. You have to change another pen. Okay. So some examples of non-renewable resources are given: coal, petroleum, natural gas, and minerals. These are materials, when you use them, they get finished. Okay. Okay. Then, on the basis of distribution, natural resources on the basis of distribution. So there are two types. One is localized resources and another one is universal resources. So what is localized resources? When resources are found in specific regions, they are called localized resources. So these type of resources, they are available in only particular places, not everywhere. See, sunlight is available in everywhere. Water is available everywhere, isn't it? Air is available everywhere. So you cannot call air, sunlight localized resources. But look at minerals. Can you see minerals everywhere? No, they are available only in some particular places. So these type of resources, we call them localized resources. And universal resources, which is exactly opposite to localized resources. They are available everywhere, they are present everywhere. Example, sunlight and air. So they became universal resources. Okay children, let's stop our class with this. Remaining portions we'll study in the next class. All the best.